Okay, in this video we're going to download and install Microsoft Visual Studio Code, which is the newest code editor from Microsoft. So it's a much lighter weight program than a full-blown IDE. It's simply a code editor. It does include some debugging features as well, but in this video we'll go ahead and download and install the software. So the first thing we'll do is go to the URL code.visualstudio.com. So I'll go ahead and bring this up, and we'll go ahead and download the code. In this case, I'm installing it on a Windows machine. The software is also available for Mac OS X and also for Linux machines as well. But in this video, we'll go ahead and install it on a Windows 10 machine. So I'll go ahead and select Download, and I'll wait for the code. I'll wait for the code to go ahead and download. So it'll take just a few minutes for it, and you can see it's downloading here right now. It's about 40 megabytes, so not nearly the download time of Visual Studio itself, which is a much larger install. In that case, for those types of installs, I usually have to pre-download the software for these types of videos. But at any rate, just 40 megabytes, so not too long. And once this downloads, we'll go ahead and click off the install, and I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, the software's completed its download, so I'll go ahead and select the download to kick off the installation, and we'll show you what that looks like. So I go ahead and ask acknowledge the Windows 10 security features, and I'll go ahead and run through the installation wizard. So I just basically am going to take the defaults out of here and the default location for my x86 computer. Again, taking the defaults here and creating a desktop icon. Also take the default setting for the path statement as well. And now that we're through the options, I'll go ahead and click Install, and it'll run through the install procedure. And like I say, this is a much lighter weight program than Visual Studio itself. And the purpose of it in the product mix is to have a lighter weight program just for code editing. For example, if you're going in to just update an ASPX page or do some HTML JavaScript development, it's a much lighter weight program to work with, and you don't actually need as heavy of compute resources to run this program as well. So it's just about finished with the install, which, if you've worked through the earlier lessons, the install of Visual Studio is a much more lengthy process. So I'll go ahead and select Finish, and it goes ahead and brings up the program right away. So if you see this screen, you know that you've successfully run through the install. In the next lesson, I'll run through how to actually do some simple exercises with the code editor, run through some of the compilation and a little bit more detailed exercise. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next lesson.